got a medial side that's made up by the tongue and a lateral side made up by the jawbone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now I'm going to go down. So the first time down this gutter, I was paying attention to the lateral side of my finger. And this time I'm going down, I'm going to be paying attention to the medial side, because it's really only about as wide for as my finger is to go down in there. And then the first time I was following the jawline down with this hand. Now I'm going to follow like an imaginary line right down through here.
Midline? Or?
Just off to the side of the midline
Okay.
for this gutter, and it'll be just off to the side of the midline for the other gutter.
Okay.
And what we're doing is we're going to be relaxing and unwinding the base of the tongue. So how many people carry tension there? You think? And so again, you just go back, and I just go back further and further. So now I'm hitting a spot of tension, and I'm paying attention for me to the lateral side of my finger. Okay, and there's heat coming out, and that's starting to relax. And you go all the way back. Okay. So again, you'd go much slower than I'm going when you're doing it. And you wait for it to unwind and relax and everything. And then you come out and you start on the other side and go down the other gutter. Paying attention to the medial aspect. Okay? Yeah, just relax your tongue. Okay, it's paying attention to the medial aspect. So the now some teach that once you get that done, you go do it again. Go down the lateral side and this side. So you end up doing it twice during one session. But I haven't found that to be necessary in most people. If you get all of it, if you go carefully the first time. But you can at least double check and make sure there's no tension there. Okay. So, and if you think about the anatomy, it just makes sense. So you're going down where it attaches to the bone, releasing that, and then you're going down where the base of the tongue sits on this sort of trampoline of muscle, and releasing that. Okay? And then, to me, the next thing is we want to look at the teeth. And so, one way to look at the teeth, to just assess the teeth, is to just put your finger on your teeth like that.
You're on the
yeah, just on the biting surface of the bottom, and just tune in and feel if there's any tooth that kind of lights up energetically or calls your attention or something like that. And so for her, I'm getting the sense that this tooth right here is an issue. And so then you can go and just come on one tooth and unwind it. I think it's this one here, yeah. And just unwind that tooth. Okay? And if it comes out, just stick it back in and don't say anything. Okay? And then you check the other tooth, other set. I'm not sensing anything there. And there's some teeth back there that want to be unwound. So you can pretty much go in and unwind any tooth. And if you can't get both hands on it to unwind it, you can just touch it with the finger and unwind it. If it's way back in the back or something like that. And then check the front teeth. Okay? So by the time you're done, you've really relaxed this part of the hyoid muscle group, and the tongue, and the teeth. And then you go back when you're done with all that and recheck the mandible. Okay? And I usually just recheck it with traction. I often don't need to tension it again, compress it again. So, and she still needs some work. There's still stuff over here and that kind of thing that hopefully won't be there when the person gets done. Okay? So the floor of the mouth, the tongue, and do the teeth. And the mandible, balance the mandible. And let's leave with balanced jawbones today when we go.
So with somebody that has
I don't know where to be. I don't think we have.
the
That has what?
cranial nerve 7 is damaged, that's not Bell's, is it?
Bell's palsy, I
Is it
think so.
Bell's?
Yeah, that's 7.
Facial.
9's also often involved in Bell's palsy, believe it or not.
Can some of this work help, or do you go directly to the cranial nerve itself?
Yeah, the 7th nerve comes out way back up under in there. And so probably releasing these muscle groups can help take tension off of that nerve. Usually what causes Bell's palsy, the theory is that there's swelling right where the nerve penetrates through the skull. And it swells and essentially strangulates the nerve right there. But why is it swelling there? You know? And so oftentimes you can maybe release the tissues and decrease the swelling a little bit. I've never had anybody come in with active Bell's palsy at the time to work on, but that'd be interesting to find out. But a lot of times if you test people when they have Bell's palsy, they've also lost some of their gag reflex on one side, so that it's affected the glossopharyngeal nerve too. Okay? So go ahead and pair up.